San Diego. I am an extremist. When I was straight edge, I was straight as a ruler. When I wasn't, I went off the rails. After I started experimenting with drugs freshman year, I finally understood why Dad liked pills. My mind worked like his: neurotic, intense, critical, obsessive compulsive, and creative. It was exhausting, and a tiny little pill could wash it all away. It would calm my mind, my anxiety would dissolve, and the weight of the world on my shoulders lessened, at least for a few hours. As a deeply curious person, I started trying all types of drugs. My schoolmates loved cocaine, but I hated it. They also loved Molly. That one we could agree on. Everyone and their mother was jacked up on Adderall all 4 years of college, but I hated that one too. Through my thorough research, I realized I only liked downers. As Kelly once put it, Spencer, if you were a drug, you'd be cocaine. You wake up like an Energizer bunny every single day and never stop. She was right. I was hardwired, full of passion, energy, and a can-do attitude. The respite of slowing down and numbing out was what I longed for. It didn't come naturally to me. Conveniently, Hunter was a medicine cabinet. He had Xanax, Addy, Klonopin, Ambien, all prescribed. He had a growth spurt when he was 16 that tore his lungs, which resulted in a surgery and lots of pain meds. This resulted in his early access and love for drugs. Pain medication on the impressionable mind of the youth had this outcome more than society likes to talk about. On top of that, Hunter was a pro at getting anything else he wanted: coke, Molly, ecstasy, mushrooms, and my new favorite, LSD. LSD cracked open the doors of my mind. My first trip was terrifying because acid demands surrender, and control had always been my armor. For hours, I resisted, curled up in a dark room, clinging to the familiar. But then Hunter coaxed me outside. The world exhaled. Plants pulsed with life, their breath syncing with mine. Reality softened. Walls rippled. Patterns obeyed my gaze. And beneath it all, an invisible thread wove through us, binding everything together in a way I'd never seen before. It was exceptional. I never felt addicted to any of it. I loved indulging, but I always knew I could walk away. I proved it to myself the day Marshall got his hands on Oxycontin right after my dad died. I was riddled with grief and told him I wanted not to feel anything. So we freebased it, which means smoking the pill off tinfoil, inhaling the poison through a straw. This is now impossible because the pharmaceutical company smartened up and coded the pills. The high was unlike anything I'd ever felt. It wasn't just euphoria. It was warmth, safety, the feeling of dissolving into something softer than reality. We spent the entire weekend tangled in sheets, floating in pure bliss. When the weekend ended, I looked Marshall straight in the eye and said, "That was fucking incredible." I kissed him hard, but never bring it around me ever again. I knew how easy it would be to get lost in that make-believe world. I wasn't going to end up like my dad, chasing a high into his 50s, trading real life for a dream that never lasted. I had my own forms of escape.